Hello, everybody. Welcome to Unattended Misfits. It's me, Z, and these are my buddies.
Hello, I'm Quentin, and this is the only podcast where half of us are dating and half of us hate each other.
Pretty accurate.
I was gonna appreciate the bars that Z just spit in that intro. But, I decided to let Quentin get that joke. Yeah, it's the boy Lou. How do you do? Holla at me, baby boo. Except I do gotta be doing that, so don't holla at me.
Holla at me as long as you're not talking to me.
Pretty much.
Holla from afar.
Like when I say holla at me, I mean like just be like, "Hey, yo, what's good?" and then move on with your life.
Hey, my name's Randy. Hello.
Wow.
Hey, cool.
Now we got that out of the way.
Yeah, just hi, I'm Randy. Short, sweet, to the point.
You gotta love a man that gets shit done. Not really.
Can we talk about jackfruit really quick?
About who?
Jackfruit. It's a fruit.
Oh.
Sure. It's a native to South and Southeast Asia, and the jackfruit is the largest tree-borne fruit in the world. And when cooked, it looks and tastes like pulled pork, and the fruit can weigh between 10 and 100 pounds. I'm learning all of this from Taste Made on Snapchat, and this fruit it looks so weird.
Oh yeah, I just looked it up. It's also called a durian.
Oh, it's the same thing?
Wow. See,
Wow.
I had no idea what you're talking about. Now, like you say durian, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, I thought that looked differently.
It smells really bad when you open it up, apparently.
Yeah,
and
apparently.
the texture's like custardy or something like that.
Well, I think jackfruit and durian are the same thing. Hold on,
I don't know. It didn't say durian, so I wasn't sure.
Okay, no, they look very different. They look a lot like.
They gotta be cousins.
Yeah, they gotta be like close to each other scientifically.
At least third cousin for fools.
Third cousins.
Cousins.
Hey, look! Number 11 on this list is a durian.
Hey, durian! Yeah!
I just had to get there.
What? Are you just watching a video on like top 10 weirdest fruits or some shit?
I forget what it said at the beginning. It's just Taste Made on Snapchat.
Oh, okay. It's just like, yo, check out these really delicious but really weird fruits.
Yeah, I guess.
Looking for a meat substitute? Try jackfruit. Honestly, if it does taste that much like fucking pork, then like. But
nah, if you're looking for a meat substitute, hold on, my boy Quentin. Hit on my boy Quentin. He'll hook you up because he's a chef.
I'm not a chef, but I'm studying how to cook.
You're a chef.
I like that. I'm a chef, apparently. I'm gonna be Gordon Ramsay, I guess.
Oh God.
I would love to either go up against Gordon Ramsay and get completely demolished, or be taught by him.
Honestly, I'd just be very amused if he cursed.
Oh yeah, just like he goes to taste my food, just like, it's fucking raw.
Wow.
Why does it taste like it was microwaved? Even though I just saw you. This isn't my food.
You skipped real hard.
That's not my food. That's Tyson. Tyson chicken nuggets. This is what I made. I made this.
He's just like, it's fucking raw. Quentin's just like, it's.
God damn it. What were you gonna say about like meat substitute?
Well, no, because Z said that the fruit was it tasted like pulp.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Well, Randy, I forget. Someone said something about a meat substitute, and I was like, nah. If you need a meat substitute, I said hold up, my boy Quentin, but I meant to say hit up, my boy Quentin, because clearly I was insinuating you like Arby.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like. I thought you were like saying, "Yo, hold up, I got the perfect meat substitute."
This boy Quentin got the meats. Fuck Arby's.
Nope.
Needs some breakfast sausage. Yo, Quentin, drop the pan.
Okay, so real quick, one of my favorite Twitter accounts is Nihilist Arby's.
That's funny.
And like one of my favorite tweets from them is just like, "This Christmas we give you the gift of knowing that you're always going to be an unbearable disappointment to your parents. Eat Arby's."
It's a mood.
They didn't have to come at me like that.
I'm in a mood for Arby's now.
I love Arby's. Their curly
Arby's
fries
is
are
good.
banging.
Sponsor.
Hashtag non-spons. We are not sponsored by Arby's, but hey, if you want to, hit us up.
I heard y'all got the meats. I mean, if you're trying to hit
Tweet
with a promotional deal, you feel me? I'm be the spokesperson. I know y'all got the dude. It's like, we have the meats for sandwiches. I'm like, why do you have to clarify that, bro?
Yeah, why you gotta clarify that?
Who's going into our Arby's like, let me get that.
Can I get this roast beef without bread? Who the fuck is saying that?
Oh my god. I don't doubt that it's not I don't doubt that it's happened.
Yeah, I don't doubt that either. Knowing how like shitty people can be when they're like going into any kind of like retail place for food and or clothes.
Anyway, back on track for whatever the hell we were talking about.
Jackfruit.
Oh yeah, jackfruit.
That's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, you just wanted to talk about jackfruit for a hot second.
Yeah, that's all I wanted.
This podcast is brought to you by jackfruit. If you want to get off meat, you're probably gonna fail.
Yeah, you're probably gonna fail unless you're really dedicated to that vegan life. So how was everyone's week anyway? Because I hadn't talked to you guys in like a hot week, except for like a few text messages.
Well, I've been alright.
You've been nice.
Yeah, I mean, I fucked around and got cuffed, and I didn't expect it.
Oh yeah, should we address that? Should we address that?
I don't know. Should we?
I don't care.
Well, I mean, you're kind of like the leader of this whole thing. I'm just like, well, or should we save it for later?
So, like, so last week, after we finished fucking recording, I went to bed, and then, like, in the group chat, I just all of a sudden see that Lou and Z have changed their nicknames to Significant Other, Sorry Q, and Grandmaster Significant Other, Sorry Q. So they keep yelling at me to like get back into the Discord, and
You were so mean.
Apparently these two just decided to get together.
It was a long time coming.
I was gonna say, Luz, you want to tell them how this all?
Okay, so we get done recording, and Quentin is like, "All right, I'm headed off to bed." I'm like, good night, King. Keep your head up." And oh wait, no, I think Randy was the one that said.
He's the one who said like, "Good night, you beautiful king," or something like that.
That is exactly what I say.
And so after Q goes to sleep, me, Randy, and Z stay on the call for a little bit longer. Mainly because me and Randy are gaming, and Z just likes to listen.
I do just like to listen.
So, Randy's talking about a personal situation that was going on in his life, and Z kind of didn't come at him or anything, but I don't even want to say they called him stupid or nothing, but they let's just say they didn't agree with his personal decision. And so I made the joke, and I was I was like, "Oh, you want to get back at him? Do you want to get back at him for that?" And they were like, "Yeah." And I was like, "Fucking date me." And then I hit my patented my I was like, "Let me stop," because anytime y'all hear me say "let me stop" right after a statement, that means I'm joking. But it also means like I'm type serious. It's 50-50. Like it's a joke, but I'm
it's
also
a joke unless you're down.
Yeah, pretty much. And so I forget what was said next, but it was pretty much along the lines of, do you want to step in and say what you said, or do you remember?
We've been joke flirting for ages. And I say joke flirting in quotation marks. And I got so pissed off, and I was like, look, I have not been joking this whole fucking time. I've not been joking. You think this is a motherfucking game? It's not. And I got really mad and I was yelling.
And so me and Randy kind of just sit there and we're like, wait, you're not kidding? Wait,
am I the only one who fucking knew that both of y'all weren't joking the entire time?
Pretty much. This whole time, it was to my knowledge that they were completely not interested. Like, they were interested in the past, then I blew it. And therefore, like, I even named them in the chat the one that got away the one day. Like, how could y'all not realize I was so misinformed? But
like, I'm the freshest one to the group. Like, I was the last one to get added into the group, and like, I called it day one, just like, oh wait, you two like each other, cool.
And so Randy goes, he's like, wait. Oh, Randy, you're right here. Why don't you just say what the fuck you just said? Why am I speaking for you guys? Add your little shits in.
Because you're telling the story.
Yeah, you're the one supposed to tell the story, bro.
But I mean, you guys were there. You know what happened. Help me out.
You got
it.
Well, either way, Randy goes, wait, you're telling me you and Lewis could have been dating this whole time?
For the past, like,
3 fucking years.
And he's like, so wait, are y'all dating now? And Z hits me with an, are you down? Are you fucking down? And I'm sitting there.
Yeah, I was like not even really nice about it. I was just like, are you fucking down? And I was like, I'm not even gonna be fucking mad if you say no.
And I'm
gonna be mad if you say no, because I can't force your feelings.
Yeah, I was just like, just fucking answer me. There was like a mad long pause. I'm like, well, fucking answer. Like, you can say no, like, shit.
See, you don't understand. See, I was sitting there speechless with barbecue sauce on my tip for 5 minutes.
You know, for some reason, I genuinely believe that he had barbecue sauce on his chest.
And so I'm sitting there, and honestly, it feels like my brain is rebooting. I feel like it feels like Lou.exe has stopped working, and you need to reboot the whole system, because I'm like, my whole life has been a lie up to this point. And it was just a subtle realization of like all the time that I've wasted where we could have been. It was really interesting that night. Let me fucking tell you. Before I was
3 years of time wasted.
You're fucking telling me like I didn't live those years.
I did my time. 3 years of it.
Wow.
Friend zone.
How are you all yelling?
So
we're loud idiots.
Yeah, I know.
So then 5 minutes pass, and I realize Z is giving me my opportunity, and so I jump the gun before I can leave, because I don't want to stay too silent and have it, because it's been 3 years. I don't know. I'm not taking no chances, so I'm like, yeah. And so for the next like day and a half, I spent tripping, wondering whether we like. I kept confirming. I was like, wait, we're dating, right? And they were like, yeah. And then Randy was like, hey, Lewis, you and Z are dating. And I was like, I know that's still fucking weird, because I'm just, I never in like, I don't want to say a million years, because who the fuck's gonna live a million years? But I never would have fucking guessed. I'm just saying, let me just say that. I never would have fucking guessed this would happen. So now, yeah, me and Z are dating.
Congratulations!
That was a long
character
ass
develop-
time to explain something.
And a lot of character development over 3 podcasts.
Yeah, oh my gosh. God.
Like, usually that shit happens over a year or so working together. Nah. We go right to the chase here.
We started the podcast a little late.
Yeah. Started the podcast a little late for the budding romance to be captured.
So, quick question.
Quick answer.
Am I allowed to call this podcast episode Arby's is the best, no cap?
Hashtag not, if you add hashtag not spons, yeah.
Okay.
As long as you clarify, yeah, we're not sponsored. We're not important enough to be sponsored yet.
Is it no spons or not spons?
Not spons.
Okay.
Not fun.
You think this is a game?
You think this is a game? We are Arby. We have the meats.
Ba-ba.
You remember when they hired the fucking voice actor from Bob's Burgers to do those commercials for a while?
Nada.
He was like, we have the meat for sandwiches.
It was like, yeah, thanks. Why are you clarifying?
I don't know. Maybe people need to know.
People need to know that we serve sandwiches here. We serve food here, sir.
Oh, really? I thought you'd serve the hot dicking.
Quentin, do you know the full Bubble Bass order?
Not off the top of my head.
Fuck. I would love to hear someone say that. Like,
I know it's a double, triple bossy on a raft.
Episode 3. The thumbnail's completed. Just in case
Nice.
anyone was wondering.
I think it's a double, triple bossy supreme on a raft, 4x4 animal style, extra shingles with a shimmy and a squeeze, light axle grease. Make it cry, burn it, and let it swim. There we go.
Let it swim.
Let it swim!
That's how he says it. He's just like, and let it swim. This girl is just like, we serve food here, sir.
Yeah.
We're just pissed because he's like, I have no idea what the fuck you're talking about.
Sir, this is not a meal that any human or fish can consume. Please be reasonable here, sir. And then he hides the fucking pickles under his tongue.
Ew, no pickles.
I'm sorry. Spoiler alert for a SpongeBob episode that aired years ago. Hey, people will get pissy over spoilers for anything, man.
Blade dies.
People are still pissed if you spoil Force Awakens.
Well, Blade dies at the end of Blade Trinity.
Oh my god.
Right?
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, fuck. That
boy
gas
needs some
would
milk.
hurt my throat. I actually have a glass of milk here.
Ew. Gross. So, you'll never guess what I'm doing.
Are you typing to the audience again?
Yeah.
Fucking knew it.
Could you hear me typing?
No, I just took a guess.
Oh. It's usually The
Yeah.
Sims, so it's like, oh.
No, I just realized that you're responsible enough not to play a game while we record. So it's just like, there's only one other thing you could be doing.
Yeah, to be fair, it is my screen, and the audience would so call me out. So,
Yeah.
I said I'm.
The fact that you're the one recording calls you out.
Yeah, I said I'm sorry I can't flirt with you all anymore. Just know I still love you guys. And then I wrote like the little heart with the arrow and the 3.
could still flirt with the audience if you really wanted to.
No, it's okay. It's okay.
I mean, I know Lou's going to.
That's fine.
Wow.
That's fine. I don't care. My D&D character is still gonna flirt with the tavern maids.
Good.
Yeah.
He should.
So Lou can flirt with the audience. I don't care.
But see, fuck am I gonna say to the audience?
I don't know. Tell them they're beautiful. I don't know.
Tell them that they look nice in that dress they bought.
Yeah. And if they're not wearing a dress, that's okay. Go get one, honey.
Can't fucking see them.
Can't fucking see the audience. That's not how screens work.
They're not two way. So, for the past 2 days, I've been wearing a beanie because my hair is really bad. Just because I didn't feel like brushing it. So, I still am wearing it.
Nice.
Yeah. It's quite comfortable, and now my ears are warm.
I had no idea you were a beanie bisexual.
Yeah, I have a lot of beanies. And snapbacks.
I only have one beanie. It's the Hufflepuff beanie.
Well, I had like 10, but then I washed them because they got all gross from like hair sweat. So I washed them, and then they got too small, and they did not fit my head. So I threw them away.
They did not fit my head.
Yeah. This one's
I love the way that you tell stories. You're just like, and then they did not do this, and then that, and then that, and then...
Y'all really coming at me, man.
And then I threw them away because they didn't do that.
They did not fit my head.
I also secured them to my head with bobby pins. So I can't pull it off on accident. Also, so my friends can't come up behind me and pull on it and try to take it off my head. How rude.
Oh, Shots! Oh my god. Randy, feel free to jump in anytime.
Oh, I'm just letting y'all talk y'all shit.
Feel free to participate in the conversation, friend. Because believe it or not, you're a part of this to also talk.
Like, what are you, a spectator? Say something! Say something, dude! Thank you. That's all I wanted.
Fucking hell. Finally, we get a something dude out of him.
Something dude. That's not a phrase. That's a phrase I haven't heard in many years.
Well, aside, if we're done talking about random shit, unless anybody else has anything.
Actually, Jenna would like to know if she can talk for a second.
Sure, Jenna.
Hello. How was everyone's day?
We're doing good. Now fuck off.
Okay, bye. Bye. Love you guys. I'm slowly leaving the room.
She actually did leave. So that was one of my siblings. Yeah, she just wanted to say hi. She came in my room looking for AAA batteries.
Mm. But yeah, I think this entire segment can just qualify as fucking story time because we had the story of you two getting.
True.
Yeah, story time.
Story time with the Misfits.
I was gonna say, yeah, because we haven't gotten to the second. So story time was easy, stories, but I mean, you guys get together.
Yeah, that was the story. That was a story that segued into Arby's, that segued into Drac Food.
That was a lot of fun. I do have a little bit of a story.
Well, bring it on.
I still don't have a jingle because it's a college story. It happened like 2 days ago.
Jingle? That's what gets me, is you don't need a jingle.
Yeah, but I have a jingle for all my other stories, according to the time in which they happened.
Oh, no.
I will explain.
Stories,
Yeah, I've got high school stories, yeah, or middle school stories, yeah. And that's how I start the thing. Anyway.
You should just call it college.
That just made me roll my eyes so
College.
hard I could see my fucking brain.
I started this a long time ago, okay? Story time with Z has always been a thing.
We'd be on a Skype call, me, Randy, and Z be like, oh, so this happened. We'd be like, wait, do the jingle.
They did. I stopped doing it, and they were like, hey, jingle. I was like, oh, okay.
Do the jingle. Like, where the fuck was the jingle?
Jingle.
Okay, so college, a friend of mine and I had a really nice, deep conversation the other day, and she trusted me with a lot of stuff, and I felt really important. Obviously, I'm not gonna talk about it, like what she said. That would be so fucking rude. But, like, it was really nice, and I felt trusted, and I think we're better friends now. Even though, like, honestly, Lewis, if we don't work out, I'm dating her, just so you know.
Oh, and I know who it is.
Lewis.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know who it is now, too.
You guys can know who it is, that's fine.
I have no idea, but that's, you don't have to tell me.
Maybe if you would watch the videos I send to our group chat. How rude.
If you would actually participate in the group chat, you would have so much more information in your head.
If you would actually look at Quentin during.
But real quick, going to that comment of like, oh, Lewis, if we don't work out, blah, blah, blah. Lewis, like, stupid, what makes you think I'm going to get the chance?
It's like, bitch, sit your ass down.
Going fucking nowhere.
Come on.
Alright, so is that all the stories that we have for this?
I'm sure we'll think of more later, so pause on the story time, I guess.
Story time is really just the entire fucking podcast, just
honestly.
strewn intermittently through the rest of the segment.
Jenna came back for the batteries.
I'm recording right now.
She's making noise.
We can tell.
She says she's trying not to, but my batteries are nice and organized in little neat boxes. Alright. They're really nice, and it's a fun teal color, and it's for batteries. All my batteries are in that box, and then I have a box for cough drops. I have a box for meds. Stop looking at me like that, Jenna. Everything is neat and organized in boxes.
You're a very organized drug addict.
No. They're like, it's like cough medicine and allergy pills and my things that let me eat dairy. Jenna, you just snorted? Are you kidding? Alright. Sorry. That was all.
I've got a bad cough now all of a sudden.
Oh no. Don't make fun of me.
No, it's just like. So, if we're gonna move on to our next segment of tea time.
The time.
Do we have anything that's annoyed us recently, other than shit that's been happening in the group chat that's really personal?
Yes, I have some tea to spill.
Go for
Well, don't spill it. Just hand it out nice and neatly so we can all consume.
Bitch, I'm throwing that shit.
It burns!
Good! Okay, so, two things.
I don't know what you guys are talking about. It's actually kind of... Oh, God!
So if we can stop interrupting them.
Two things. First, conservative ass bitches at my job talking shit on how short my hair is. Bitch, I don't care if it's not ladylike. Does it look like I give a shit? I like my hair. Fuck off. You can't handle this. Second.
Maybe I look like a twink.
Shh. I know. Two.
I'm sorry, I had to.
Number 2, Randall.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck, bro?
What's happening?
What did you do this time?
Randy and I have started to share the sappy things we say to our significant others. as Jenna's twerking in my doorway. Thank you for that.
Get out of here! You're underage. You can't do that shit. Let's be like,
and yeah, he was like, oh yeah, and then would tell Lewis what I've sent him, even though Lewis has already sent him either the same things or different things. How dare? How dare? And I specifically said that I requested silence. How dare? That's all I needed.
Well, I mean, technically that was out in the group chat, so there you go.
Yeah. I did not. I did not.
You said you knew what this was.
Fucking Randy said that we could be quietly sappy together and we wouldn't expose each other, but bitch, we all been exposed.
To be honest, I don't even remember why I exposed to begin with, but from now on, you have my word. I'm exposed. I'll let you do it yourself.
Thank you. I'm very good at that. I'm perfectly fine handling myself.
I think that's what they wanted in the first place.
Yeah, I'm perfectly fine handling my fucking self. Alright? Shit. Go away. That's all I wanted. Anybody else can go now.
I having a big time story. I got no tea to spill.
Well, I'm good. I got none that I want to spill on the podcast, at least.
Wow.
Oh, never fucking mind. Alright, so, I mean, I was talking about it for a good 30 minutes before the shit even started.
Mm-hmm.
But who the fuck thought putting bats in soup was a good idea? You can't tell me you can't tell me you're sitting there one day, right? I just want to know what the thought process was. They're sitting there chilling with the homies, right? Maybe they're outside, by a cave. It's late at night, and they hear a bunch of bats screeching, and they're just like, "Hey, bro, yeah, I've got an idea, bro, but it's kind of weird. Hear me out." Whoa, what's going on? You're kind of freaking me out, man. Dude, bats boiled alive, put in a soup. Bro, you should write that shit down. That shit sounds legendary. No, we don't fucking do that. What? Why?
While I agree with you that you shouldn't fucking eat bat soup, because that sounds nasty, I would like to just clarify, coronavirus was not caused by bat soup, but researchers are locating the cause, by the way.
Either fucking way.
Either way, who thinks of putting bats in soup and it didn't cause the coronavirus?
That's a big nasty.
As far as I'm concerned, bats are just flying doggos. That's all I needed to know.
Bats are flying puppos, yes.
Hey, I'll take bats over bugs any day.
I love fruit.
Because bats eat bugs?
Yes.
Well, so do spiders, but you hate
No.
that.
No. How dare you?
Oh, here we go.
You want me to spill some more fucking tea?
Okay, Lou.
Sir, I will have you know, I fucking tried to save a ladybug's life the other day. Motherfucker.
So anyways.
I was doing the laundry and it was on the dryer and I didn't want him to get all burned up, so I moved him. And then he suicided off the side of the dryer and I was sad.
He couldn't have suicided.
He jumped. He was a baby. He did not fly. He jumped.
No, but he probably could, wait, is it a spider or a bug? Because
It was ladybug.
Oh, it was a ladybug?
Yes.
Okay.
Little baby one. It did little flutter jumps. So it did not really.
The little flutter jump is good.
The little flutter jump is so horrible.
We were talking about Russia in class today. I'm sorry.
I love when ladybug do little flutter jump, make hearts go boop boop.
In Soviet Russia, ladybug no do flutter jump to ladybug.
What does that mean?
It just means what it means in Mother Russia. Do not question Mother Russia.
In Russia, we do not get sunburn because there's no fucking sun at all.
We get ice burn like men.
Anyways, before we get claimed for racism.
It's not. Look, I love Russia. Russia's great. I love the people from Russia. I love everything about it. It's a beautiful place.
One of my absolute favorite people on earth is Russian.
I actually have a story from when I lived in Florida.
Okay.
Because talking about Russia.
If it's spider related, get the fuck out.
No, it's Russian related.
Okay.
Actually, it does have a little bit of a segment with a spider. But because of the Russian. You'll like it, Z.
Yeah, sure.
A Russian spider with 9 legs.
A picture of a spider scared me the other day. Fuck you.
So, if I can fucking say the fucking story.
Fine.
If I can fucking talk.
Yeah, it's payback, bitch.
I lived on like the top floor of an apartment building with no fucking elevator, might I add. Thanks, CVI. What?
How many floors?
It was 3 floors, not connected to the main building, and the main building actually had an elevator. Yeah. So one of my neighbors on the floor was a Russian dude, and I had not talked to him really. I'd only heard his voice like a few times when I was going to get my meals, and we only had one that interaction. So I'm heading down the stairs, same time as him, and there's just a group of girls just like talking in like the little outdoor hallway kind of thing, because the apartments just kind of led directly outside. There was no like actual hallway. So me and him both kind of get down there at the same time, and then all of a sudden one of the girls just goes, "Oh my god, a spider!" and then runs the other way with the rest of the girls. They're screaming their fucking head off because Florida girls apparently. And me and him both kind of just look at the spider. I'm like, okay, because I don't care about spiders one way or the other. And the Russian guy just goes over, just steps on it, and goes, "Spider bitch." Walks off. Like no other word about it. Just squish spider bitch. And I'm like, okay, that was the most badass squishing of a spider I've ever fucking seen.
He said, "In Soviet Russia, spider no arachne, spider bitch."
But yeah, that's my. Does Spider-Man have what?
I was gonna say, does Spider-Man have any Russian enemy?
Craven. And,
yeah.
That's what it was. That motherfucker was either Craven or Rhino, or both them motherfuckers.
Well, it depends on the iteration of Rhino.
Whichever one's Russian.
Most recent, then. But moving on to our kind of next, I guess, segment. Even though we don't really have anything for it, marriage counseling, we have nothing for it. So
that's because no one's emailed us yet, obviously.
Yeah, no one's emailed us yet, and well, Yeah. Just look at the disorganized chaos that is just trying to introduce the fucking episode.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Oh, I thought we had an email. It's just like the security alert for Quentin signing in.
Yeah, just me signing in to like upload a video.
Yeah, I was like, oh wait.
Let's see. So the outside world then. We have we do have a couple of things to talk about here. Mainly about the coronavirus, because I know Lou wanted to talk about that for a bit.
I mean, honestly, I'm just interested in the fact that you could literally, like, let's say you get infected with it, you could go on spring break the next day and have a good chance of fighting this.
Okay, so a little more context and a bit of correction. It has actually been found that to combat the coronavirus that has been the Wuhan coronavirus, you can combat it by a combination of chemicals similar to alcohol and high temperatures above 57 degrees Celsius. The infection will die in such environments in like 30 minutes. And it has been tested by Dr. Li Lanhuan, a very highly seasoned epidemiologist who has been working on the Wuhan coronavirus. And yeah, they found that the literal Achilles heel to kill it is temperatures above 57 degrees Celsius and a mixture of ether, 75% ethanol, chlorine containing disinfectant, and peroxyacetate acid. It's proven highly effective in eradicating the virus. But, still be careful. Wash your fucking hands, people.
Wash your hands, watch you eat, wear a face mask when you go outside. Don't even
look at someone who might be sick.
Even if they're not sick, there's always a chance. Never know.
Like, if you're laying in bed next to your wife right now, I'm sorry, don't look at her. Did anybody else have a topic that they wanted to talk about?
Nope, I'm
From
good.
or anything, but
This entire episode has just been Randy going, "No, I'm good."
No, that's because I just honestly don't really have anything I want to talk about.
So let's talk about it.
Z, did you have something that you wanted to talk about for the
outside world?
Yeah.
Yeah, again with those conservative assholes at my job. Can we not, please?
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I wanted.
That's it. All right. I thought that was going somewhere.
Nah.
Ready to cross the bridge, but it's under construction. Got it.
I'm just like, I'm over it, man.
So, then on to our last segment, the game room. I know me and Randy in particular were very excited about doing this segment tonight, but if Z wants to use their 7 minutes to talk about Sims, they are free to do so.
Ooh.
You good?
Yeah, you guys can start. It's fine.
I actually just legitimately didn't hear you, so I was just making sure. So, PS4 players are very excited about next month's PS Plus releases because, me and Randy especially, because we are getting the BioShock Collection, which includes all 3 of the BioShock games, including single-player DLC, and Randy's also very excited to receive The Sims 4 for free. So I guess Randy, you want to start talking about it?
Yeah, sure. All right, so basically, I'm more excited about Bioshock than Sims 4, but they're like really close to each other, because all my excitement really was going towards Joker for MK11, which, by the way, if none of you have gotten it yet, you really should. He's worth a deal if you buy it. I'm excited for The Sims 4 because all I'm ever surrounded by is Z talking about Sims, and then Quentin's like, "Oh my God, Sims," and I'm like, "Okay, I guess that's
when am I ever like, oh my God, Sims?
Well, I mean, you're always replying enough to Z's Sims, and I'm just like, okay, maybe I'll get into it and see what it's like. And it doesn't help that our friend of ours is constantly posting her Sims on Facebook and Instagram, and I'm like, is it really that good?
Yes.
it can get addictive to just like one, the feeling of godliness, and two, just like the insane way that they do mundane tasks and can fucking laundry.
So I'm looking forward to making Sims and like having all of my friend groups live in a building like it's supposed to be in real life. I look forward to it. But,
he's really just looking forward to making us die in hilarious ways.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll upload our Sims that I made onto the gallery, and you can just download them and place them in a house and do whatever.
But yeah, I'm excited for that, and I'm also excited for the Bioshock collection because I played all the Bioshock games on 360 like years ago, and the first one I actually started with was Bioshock Infinite. I worked my way backwards, and playing all those games is really fun, especially since the time period they're placed in, and it's a cool ass underground, like underwater city, and then there's a fucking city in the sky. Like, who does not want to revisit those beautiful ass games? You know what I mean? It's just they all look really pleasing.
Sorry.
No, you're good. Go ahead.
And I'm really just kind of excited to be experiencing those worlds for the first time, because I've actually never played any of the Bioshock series. So I think it's going to be really interesting to kind of finally get to delve into the world of Rapture, it's called, yeah?
Yeah, Rapture, and then I forget what the city in the sky is called. Because I haven't played Infinite in so long. But they all, I think, I don't think Infinite does, but Bioshock 1 and 2 have alternate endings, so depending on how you do certain things, you'll figure it out when you play it, that you have a choice to be good or bad.
Ooh. Yeah. I look forward to being an asshole immediately.
Yes.
Speaking about good or bad, I actually want to talk about how they should make another Infamous.
Ooh, okay, yeah, I can input on this topic.
It just came to me because I was like, I never really brought this up. Yeah, I really wanted to bring in another Infamous game because we haven't gotten one since the PS4 release, and they came out with Second Son, and like I'm just like, it would be nice to go back into Infamous.
Yeah, like Sucker Punch. Fuck you doing?
I mean, apparently they're working on a samurai game, which I'm not mad about.
Yeah, they are.
But at the same time,
I'm sorry. Hold on, samurai game.
We talked about this last week.
Oh, it's that one. All right, never mind. I didn't know who was working on it.
Yeah, the Shadows of Tsushima is being made by Sucker Punch Studios, and yeah, honestly, I would love them to make another Infamous game. Yeah, because like Infamous Second Son was the first game that I ever like 100% completed. I'm sure you guys remember that night because I was on call with you two. With Lou and Randy. I mean, it was way before I ever met Z.
But speaking of the Infamous Second Son, it was a while till I got a PS4 for myself to play Second Son, so I only ever got to watch it like on YouTube and stuff and hear about it from Quentin. But like watching it, I'm like, this is the first Infamous game where you have multiple powers. Because in the first two Infamous games, you only ever had electricity with coal.
Oh, yeah.
And then it wasn't until Infamous 2 that they actually gave him other powers. And he had the powers, I think, of like ice, and then I forgot what the other one was. but he had a secondary power too, and it was pretty cool. But it wasn't like Delsin cool, where he had the power of smoke, neon, and television. And it's just like, yo, they gave Delsin 4 powers. I wonder what they could do with another random character in the world of Infamous and what powers they can make up. Because this is like, you might as well just make your own X-Men game.
Yeah, because you don't really think about powers with such subjective names as like smoke and neon and television. You know.
Yeah, and the best thing about Second Son that the first 2 Infamous games didn't have. It was when Delsin does his smoke ultimate move, where he jumps up in the air and he just comes crashing down. How it freezes on his face when he's smiling. I'm like, this game is so good to look at.
Isn't that the atomic drop? I think is what it's.
Yeah, the atomic drop. And another little detail is that they actually change the effect that it causes on the enemy, depending on which route you're going down.
Yeah.
Because like if you're doing the evil route, then it'll just like kill all the enemies, or at least knock them down low enough to where you can kill them.
Yeah, or just basically incapacitate them. It doesn't kill.
Yeah, or incapacitate them if you're doing like the no kill route.
Yeah, and like it's just so good to like play that. I'm actually might just reinstall the game, and play it again.
I was actually thinking the same thing because we've been talking about it.
I'm about to game for Randy.
I have it on disc, so
You just okay. Never mind. I heard you say reinstalling, so I thought it was.
No. But with Infamous Second Son, the thing this is to close out. It's not only good gameplay wise and like story is just so good.
It is.
It literally affected me more than the first 2 Infamous games, and I beat the first 2. And like when I beat Infamous Second Son, depending on how good how I went for the ending, I was still upset every time because Delsin loses his brother. I'm like, no,
Reggie.
I'm like, he didn't deserve this. Reggie was just trying to be a good cop.
You know what I enjoy about Infamous Second Son?
The fact that you've never played it.
I played it one time, asshole, because you fucking let me borrow it, you fucking bitch.
You know what I love the most about Infamous? How I have no idea what you're talking about.
I played it at least once, and I was gonna say Troy Baker, but fuck you.
Yo, that's right. He was the voice of Delsin.
Oh
right?
yeah.
No. Don't give a sudden realization. Don't give an epiphany, you bitch ass.
I haven't played it in a while, so I forgot.
I don't give a fuck. Right, it sounds like you think I give a fuck because I don't.
You're like, I forgot the part where that's my problem. All right, Spider.
Yeah, exactly. I missed the part where that was my problem.
Lewis, I can take my earbud out here and hear you perfectly.
let me go ahead.
That's normally the case.
Let me move to the next game I want to talk about. Spider-Man 2, the sequel for PS4 Spider-Man. I want to know. I
thought you were talking about the PlayStation movie, the PlayStation 2 joint.
No, PS4 like sequel to the Marvel Spider. I want to just talk like some thoughts, like what should be in the game, like what do you think they're gonna go with it?
Well, fair warning. I don't think it's been like officially announced that there's going to be a sequel to Spider-Man PS4, but there are a lot of rumors and speculation that that's what Insomniac is planning.
I mean, the way they ended it, you have to at least think like,
you have to at least think that they're going to at least expand upon that ending.
They have to, because of the way, not only because of the way they ended it, because of the sales as well. That game did so well.
Yeah. One thing that I think, if they do plan on doing a sequel, one thing that they should do is, I think they should do what Rockstar did with GTA 5, and have it so you can play multiple protagonists alongside each other.
That'd be fire. Oh my god, the best of Into the Spider-Verse, but with like the GTA protagonist bullshit.
I know, right? But
like, I would just want to play as Noir the whole time.
Instead of switching between like 3 protagonists, it would just be mainly switching between Peter and Miles. You know? because
I hope they do that.
I hope they include some other Spider-Mans into the Spider-Man.
I was about to say Spider-Man.
I actually wanted to bring this up. I saw a video I want to say 2 years ago where there was an idea about Spider-Man co-op. If you guys are wondering, real quick before I don't want to claim this idea as mine. It came from his name is Random Black Gamer.
Yeah, that was his name.
So, and I'm bringing it back because I'm just like, it would be really cool if they implemented the whole Spider-Verse thing. You know, you get that. There's a multiplayer section where you and a bunch of friends can just do missions, and you're Spider-Man, and it's really cool. You get to choose what Spider-Man you want to play as, or maybe even have your
make your own Spider-Man.
And it would just be really cool.
Oh my god.
So I'm just like, that would be such a cool thing if they ever decided to do that for the next game, or even just a game along the road where it's Marvel Spider-Man Online.
Marvel Spider-Man Online.
Well, they also kind of already have well, not Marvel. DC has an online game where you can kind of make your own hero and or villain.
DC Universe Online.
Yeah, DC Universe Online.
I had to sneeze, but it went away. I had to sneeze, but it went away.
Well, bless you anyways.
Thanks. That's all I wanted to say.
But I think the problem with that game for me is that while the story is good, it does have story, it has a plot, but I'm just like, the world, even though it's full of enemies to fight and buildings to explore in different areas and stuff, it kind of feels empty and bland, you know?
That's the only reason why I don't play it, because
I feel like that's the case with online games like DC Universe Online are usually hit or miss.
Yeah.
Hit or miss, I guess you never miss, huh?
Oh no.
You got it, bro. And I bet he doesn't care, yeah.
So, Randy, when are we killing these two?
Sorry. It was so unnecessary, but it was so funny.
You're on every level, you the leader. Ooh.
So, are we still talking about games and things?
Okay, Lou, thank you. I think we can end the game talk there.
I was just wondering.
Cool with it? Well, I know we have a time limit, so.
Yeah.
That's okay. We're doing pretty good, actually.
Oh, okay. Well, then I would like to put a little bit more of my 2 cents in on multiplayer games.
Sure.
And I was just going to bring up an older Spider-Man game. Go ahead.
You can bring it up after I just say this one thing. A lot of multiplayer games suffer from having a lot to do, but not much to see. You know.
Yeah.
So where Elder Scrolls Online and DC Universe Online and stuff like that kind of fell short for me around the time that I stopped playing them was that well, I had a lot of quests to do. I had no motivation to do it because I would be in the exact same place that I was when I got the quest, and I would have nothing new to see. I would have no new character to really interact with. And if I did, they were bland. And they lacked kind of a kind of depth that you kind of need in a character to, be interactionable. So, little disclaimer there for any game design people who listen to this somehow. Just if you're going to make an MMORPG, just at least make the world look good, and then focus on things to do when you're making it. That's it.
Well, I was gonna bring up because we're talking about a Spider-Man game with multiple Spider-Men as the protagonists and all that, and playing as your own Spider-Man. I guess you could say online and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, there already has been a Spider-Man game, and I'm sure you guys know about it. It's already been a Spider-Man game with multiple Spider-Men as a protagonist. I feel like if they were to expand on the formula they had in that game, I was talking about Spider-Man Shattered Dimension.
Yes.
If they were to expand on the general idea of that game and use what they can use now for the PS4 Spider-Man, I feel like they'd have millions in their hands. Because, oh my god, I've never played the game, but watching the gameplay and the story alone, I fell in love with the fucking. I want to play this game with Noir so bad. You don't understand.
What? Like Shattered Dimensions was really good.
I think I played Shattered
I haven't gotten to, but the story was really good. The way that they did the characters was really good. The way they implemented the
different playstyles.
Yeah.
Like how they gave Spider-Man Noir the more Batman type, like, oh, stick to the shit.
Yes.
And then,
to be honest, those are like my least favorite levels. Only because when I got caught and I went to try and fight the guy so I can stop them from seeing me, because they had guns and I punched them, apparently my punches weren't enough to knock them out. Because in Batman, if you get caught, you get shot. You can at least stop the guy from shooting. But those guys they kept spraying.
And they kept spraying!
Even after I would punch them and then it would kill me, I'm like, bro, you for real?
Can we change the title of the episode to "Warning Headphone Users"?
Put that in really.
Already made the thumbnail, bro.
Put it in the description.
Yeah, I'll put it in the description.
In a comment, something.
Just put it in the fucking put it in the last comment of next week.
Wait,
oh yeah, by the way, headphone users beware.
But yeah, it's just like the noir levels were such a pain in the ass to play. Cause I'm just like, bro, you for real?
So they were essentially like that game's Mary Jane sections.
Yeah, pretty much. At least to me, yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I low key just want a Spider-Man Noir standalone game where he plays, or it's the Spider-Man Noir from the comics who actually kills.
Yeah.
Because that, oh my god, he be out here using guns and shit, and I'm like, bro, since when was Spider-Man this badass? And apparently, he can web swing, but he prefers to do just really badass parkour. I'm just like, come on.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my 2 cents on the whole Spider-Man game room discussion.
One Spider-Man character who I really want, or one of the alternate Spider-Men that I really want to see in a game is one that's very lesser known. Is Patton Parnell. Who here knows who I'm talking about?
I have no idea.
Nah, I don't either.
Nada.
Patton Parnell is from the 4th issue of the Edge of the Spider-Verse comic series. He grew up with his abusive uncle and stalking his neighbor, I believe is named Sue Jane. And he gets bitten by a radioactive spider, and instead of just getting the powers of a spider, he gets the behavior and appearance of a spider.
That's the story.
And really funny.
Yeah. He starts growing multiple limbs, gets multiple eyes, and he ends up killing and eating his uncle, along with the school bully, and then he implants eggs into Sue Jane's neck.
That's funny.
And then he ends up getting killed by Mobius.
Well, at least
Mobius
is
or
something
Morbius?
different one.
Yeah.
Mobius or Morbius?
Morbius, sorry.
Okay. Yeah, no, because I was gonna say Mobius is last I checked.
I think it is. I think because you were playing Sonic earlier today, I got confused.
Yeah, probably. Hey man, Sonic's my shit.
Anyways, that's all I really have to talk about.
Cool.
Anyone else? I mean, I don't really have much to say. Back in the game room.
I have one more thing I want to say, and then I'm 2K. When you gonna drop the Darkness 3?
Well, if we're heading in that direction, when am I getting a Heroes for Hire / Iron Fist standalone game?
That's you coming at Marvel though. This is me coming at 2K.
I'm just saying, if we're talking about games that we want in development, you know.
You're right. But the way the Darkness 2, and like since they're making money off of that Borderlands 3, they have enough money now to make the it's got to come around full circle at some point. Like you got to give me what I want.
You think maybe Jackie was just meant to be fucked over like that in the end? Because I'm just as upset about it as you are. Okay.
I don't think
it seemed like he was doomed to fail. It seemed like he was doomed to fail from the get. I'm gonna be off rip. Like even in the Darkest one, off rip, your life is just shit, bro.
I don't think that. I don't think that at all.
You're in denial.
I'm not in denial. I know what Jackie's capable of. He went through hell and back just to get back to life after the.
I'm sorry, Randy. Randy, I'm sorry, but I'm not in denial is the slogan of people in fucking denial.
Listen.
Acceptance is the first step.
Listen to me, all right? I know what Jackie's capable of. You know what he's capable of. You've played what he had to. There's a reason why I don't think Jackie was ever like doomed to fail. The reason why I say that was because.
Then why did he fail?
He didn't fail, Lewis. He sacrificed himself to save, Jenny, and like he fought so many. You kill so many enemies just to get to her, and then the Angelus played Jackie. Jackie can still fight the Angels because he has the darkness. The darkness and the Angels are.
But he's stuck in hell.
Who says he can't get out, bro? He can get out.
The developers.
Now fuck that. They need to bring them back. I don't want to hear it. And on top of that, I want another Asura's Capcom.
Oh my god.
No. Okay. No. See, there I have to disagree with you. That game ended perfectly. That doesn't need anything.
Okay. Maybe another game like Asura's. Maybe like that shit.
Yeah. Okay. That I can agree with.
Now,
that's Asura's Wrath gameplay.
I have to make this more. Just so Capcom can hear me. Playable Virgil, please.
Oh my god.
I want playable Virgil. I don't want to wait for a special edition. I don't want to wait for DMC 6.
Here's the thing. He brings that up every conversation. DMC will not be mentioned the entire day. He's just going to be like, yo, Capcom, when we go play Virgil. Huh?
I mean, you're not wrong. I'm trying to
Randy standing outside the Capcom office is like the guy who's like, where's my hug at? But instead of where's my hug, he's like, where's playable Virgil?
Where's my Virgil?
Where's my Virgil in it?
Where's my playable Virgil?
Game real time ducking me, man.
Game real time you ducking me, man.
They're ducking the whole fan base right now. I'm not with it. They need to give me playable Virgil. It's a hate crime at this point.
Okay, no.
What?
It's a hate crime.
What are you on?
Like you can't just make everyone think like, oh, Virgil's not coming back. Then he ends up have him fuse back with V, and then have him look so good when he comes back that you don't make him play. You can't just do that. You can't. And like Capcom thinks they're gonna get away with it by saying, "Oh, yo, look, DMC3 on Nintendo Switch. You get the style switch on the fly." No, I don't give a fuck. I don't own a Switch. I want playable Virgil.
This motherfucker's talking his shit right now. Goddamn.
Like no, like good job. You brought DMC3 to the Switch. All right, no one.
We might have to edit out this entire playable Virgil conversation.
Other than that, Sakurai, I think his name is Smash. Why not bring Dante into Smash, huh? What's going on? You have to play me with Byleth like that. Let me stop.
Now he's just coming at people.
Well,
no.
Well, actually, I actually have a theory as to why there was another Fire Emblem character announced into Smash. Is because Fire Emblem is a much bigger deal in Japan than it is in America. So just like all the Japanese fans are gonna like it, and they outnumber us by how many?
Oh, there's one thing I want to talk about, and I figured I should do this because we talked about it the other night. I figured I should bring. This has nothing to do with video games, actually. Why was Bye Bye Man so trash?
Oh my gosh!
Let's talk about it. So,
we're gonna run out of time by the first sentence, I think.
After reading the article that I read, it's like, why have all these good ideas and then not implement them into the movie? Because the movie was like, I had so much hype for it. You don't understand, because when the movie was coming out, right, I saw a trailer, something saying like, oh, it's Bye Bye Man, the next Slender Man. I was, hold on, what? You gonna do this to me right now? And watching the Bye Bye Man, I was like, this movie's fucking trash. This movie's garbage. And there's no sense of like me feeling scared. There's no sense of me being interested. The only thing that ever kept me like a little interested was because of that whole phrase like, oh, don't say it, don't think it. I'm like, okay, I like that because that's like a little form of anxiety. You're trying to stop yourself from saying the name. It's pretty cool. But like watching it, it was such a big letdown. Like it was so bad. Like and then like when Slender Man came out, like it wasn't great. But I'd rather watch Slender Man instead of Bye Bye Man. That's facts. That's my rant for now. Other than that, I'm excited for this new Halloween movie that's supposed to be coming out. I want to know how Michael got out of that.
Another one?
Yeah, there's another one.
Yeah, another one was announced.
It's called Halloween Kill. I don't know how he got out of that fire, but he got out of it. So I'm trying to see like what's gonna go on with that.
Anything else, Randy? Because you've been on a roll recently.
I know. You were saying that I was so quiet. I figured I let it go.
Wait,
you know what?
What is this, Randy's roll?
I got another one.
Oh no!
Why not bring the reboot versions of Freddy and Jason together?
I'm immediately sorry I asked.
No, yeah.
No.
Nah. See, here's the thing. The reason why I say this is because how are you gonna reboot Nightmare on Elm Street and Friday the 13th, and then not think of the idea of because in case you guys don't know this, there were multiple ideas to bring Freddy and Jason into a movie together because at the end of the Jason Goes to Hell movie, and it shows that Freddy grabs his mask from the ground. So the reason why I'm talking about this is because there were multiple ideas on the table, and then they ended up going with what Freddy versus Jason is. So I'm thinking like if you're gonna reboot these two movies, like you should bring them back together again, but take one of the other ideas that were on the table that you didn't go with originally, and then possibly make it a better movie than what Freddy vs. Jason. And I'm not saying Freddy vs. Jason was great or that it was, but if you definitely want two horror movie icons to be scary, if you want two horror movie icons to be looking pretty scary, you gotta do it. You gotta do it the right way. And like, not a lot of people like the new Freddy because he's not Robert Englund. I understand.
I don't like him because he looks like he's trying to be Robert, or he feels like he's trying to be Robert Englund, but creepier.
I like that because he's trying to be creepier than Robert Englund, because Robert Englund was the first.
No, he feels like he's trying to take. He feels like he's trying to take Robert Englund's like character, whole thing, and then like up the pedophilia. That's what I mean by creepier.
Well, technically they did basically up the pedophilia for that movie because they confirmed that he was a kid like molester and type shit.
It was confirmed in the first.
Yeah, but they actually showed it. They actually showed it in the like not him molesting scratch marks on the kids.
So you grow up to be so beautiful.
I mean, in the original, he was only seen licking a picture of a little girl.
Yeah, but that was only licking a picture of a little girl. You understand?
fucking difference.
But look, the thing that I'm saying is that because I feel like they rebooted those movies, they should bring them together because they for no reason whatsoever, the Japanese brought The Ring and The Grudge together, like, and I'm just like, oh, you're gonna bring these two movies together, yet no one had, but everyone was like, oh, yo, ooh, we got fucking Freddy versus Jason.
Yo, all I know is my favorite part of Freddy vs. Jason, the original, was when Freddy was throwing them both getting knees when he was taking the work to Jason in the real world. I'm like, who taught Freddy to fight? Who trained this motherfucker? Just to my knowledge, he was a child. When did he learn to fight?
My favorite thing about Freddy versus Jason is how if someone gets hit, even the tiniest bit, they fucking fly like a sandbag attached to wires.
Jason's got the undead, like, specialist
Undead
strength.
But yeah.
Okay, but like bodies don't work like that. Neither does.
When you're going against Jason, you have no choice. Because Jason took one shot
Okay,
at that black.
but like,
she got yeeted.
yeah, but it acted like it was a super powered bat, powered by like a fucking condensed air canister, not a machete.
All it takes is one from Jason and it's over.
It's funny though, because like he hit her with his machete, yet she just flew. She didn't get shot in half. That must be a slow ass.
It's like he hit her with like the flat side, but he did it.
And also, I would also like to point out that there is a scene in like the park, in like the cornfield party, where Jason clearly misses his machete swing, but the guy dies of a chest wound anyway.
Yeah. In from Dead Meat. Real quick. Ooh, I have an idea now. I'll talk about it when this is over. But basically,
Okay.
one of my favorite scenes in that movie is when he goes to the cornfield, like, oh, nice costume. He's like, oh, this is a private party, and you weren't, and he just snaps his neck all the way around. That's like,
oh yeah, knock off Jonah Hill.
And then he just fucking pushes him back, and I'm just like, Jason, who gave you that sass?
Jason always been a savage, bro.
Okay, I think I'm good for now. I'm good.
Alright, quick, let's wrap up the episode before he gets another burst of energy.
So, you may or may not have noticed, I have sent you something in the group chat. This is where you say yes or no, it did not happen.
Hold on.
2 or 3 of you answered me.
I'm trying.
Oh.
So, obviously, my camera was on because I was doing the thumbnail, and then I decided this would be a great time for this. I made our poster. Quentin says that the flower one is better or easier to read. So, what is everyone's opinions?
I like both, but I have to go with the flower one. I'm a sucker for flowers.
I had to give the gay a chance.
Give the gay a chance. That's all anyone has to do to make friends. Is just give the gay a chance.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm cool with whatever, honestly.
I'm good with I like the first one.
Cool, that's all I need to know. Thanks. Glad we had that talk. Anyway, anything else we want to talk about?
I'm good.
I'm good.
Alright.
I'm bad. Alright, Jackson. I'm bad. I'm bad. You know it.
Anyways, I guess that's it.
Alright, so should we wrap it up? Or.
I was gonna say, like, outro? Like, you're just gonna end it like.
Outro? Question mark?
Of course we got an outro. You kidding?
Who needs an outro?
Can I do that?
I guess.
You can do the outro tonight if you.
Word. Alright, cool. Alright, everyone, thank you for listening to this podcast shit. If you have any questions, please tweet us or email us. Either one is perfectly fine. The information should be in the description below. Other than that, I just want to say, stay hydrated, you mother. fuckers, right? Keep yourself healthy, live for the next 100 or something years. That's all I care about. Be happy. Always wear a smile on your face, even when you're feeling super down.
Oh my god. Stay hydrated, fuckers.
I didn't realize this was motivation hour.
But yeah, for listening. If we can improve in any way, tell us down in the comments. We're always looking to improve.
We love you.
And that's fact.
Don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell.
Is that where you go on God?
On God!
Oh, God, dude.